Folks, I just bought an entire Funko Pop collection and I'm gonna be showing you the whole thing in this video. Some of the things are gonna be included in my next auction, guys, and if you wanna bookmark that or go and see what's available for that auction, the link is down below. Also, I wanna give a shout out to today's sponsor of the video, Whatnot. That is where I'm gonna be doing my auction on, and if you guys wanna get $15 off anything over on the app or maybe my next auction, use that link down below. But I've got a ton of stuff to show off to you guys, so without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go.
Here we go!
All right, folks, I'm gonna be starting things off in my spare bedroom right here, guys. So this is kind of the first bin of stuff. It's kind of a lot of random things. So it's gonna be a little bit lower end, maybe a little bit higher end. I'd say anywhere between like 50 to 30 bucks could be everything inside of this bin. But this collection aside, guys, I actually have a bunch of stuff that's just like $10 items that I have just all throughout this closet right here. So that's not gonna be included in this video, but I am holding on to a lot of stuff that I just have had for a really long time. But let's go ahead and go through this first bin here, guys, so you can kind of get a look of everything that I bought in this entire collection. It's kind of almost basically like 2 collections worth. But as you can see on top right here, guys, there's just a couple of random things. Like we got some Simpsons pops. If you guys didn't know, Betty Boop has actually been a pop that has been on the rise quite a bit lately. There's a lot more Betty Boops than I remember there being, but this is the original one. I believe that there's a chase of this version as well. Also, there are a couple of things that I have bought personally that are just going to be thrown in here, like this guy right here, Zibadaba from the Book of Life. There's a whole awesome collection of these guys if you didn't know. When did these come out? It's a little bit older. Yeah, this whole set is from 2014. So anyways, this is kind of the top layer of all the different stuff. We'll kind of go through it layer by layer. Like I said, we'll kind of move some stuff around. Okay, in this bin, this is layer number 2. I'm trying to decide what I want to highlight to you guys. Do you guys remember when these came out? So these are the original Blacklight Marvel Pops at Target. I remember these at first. A lot of people were kind of indifferent about them, and then they got really popular. A lot of people were looking for them, but then they just made like too many of them. So these were the original ones. I think these ones are still pretty awesome. I think the paint jobs are great, but when they started making so many of them, guys, they definitely kind of lost their fun factor to them, if you ask me. But yeah, some of the other stuff, guys, that I got in this collection, like Contra, those are some fun games pops. I don't think they have a ton of value, but there's some fun original ones in there. Trying to think what else is in here, guys. I think this is, yeah, this is a chase right here, Wonder Woman. This is from the DC Bombshells line. So this is the Sepia Tone one, I believe. What else we got in here? HBO Shop Night King. I bet the glow on that's actually pretty solid. Like I said, some random ad icons. We got Bob Ross in there. Some Bob Ross pops, guys, actually have been going up in value a little bit too. There you go. Flocked Bullseye. That's pretty sweet. Okay, on to the bottom layer, and there's some actually pretty solid ones in here. So if we start up right up top here, guys, we got the Butt Stallion 2019 New York Comic Con. Honestly, that is a very fun looking pop. I love the effect that they kind of did the crystal look to that. So that is really cool. This one I didn't even know really had much value, but we have Steve from The Life Aquatic. I want to say it's Bill Murray, that's the main actor in this movie. But it's funny, from the collection I bought, there is a normal one and a Comic-Con sticker one, and we're gonna be taking a look at that here in a second. The Nun is a pretty solid one, guys. I know that there's an NFT, and that maybe well, obviously it's gonna be worth a little bit more, the NFT, because it is more limited. But what else do we have in here, guys? We got the Huey Devil, and we'll actually be looking at that whole set, guys, here in a little bit, of the whole set of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Because all this stuff right here, guys, that I'm showing off isn't even gonna be in my next auction. This is stuff that I'm gonna be saving for the next, couple weeks to a month. But it is some solid stuff nonetheless. Oh, this Predator is pretty awesome, guys. Specialty Series 2017. So, I mean, there's some pretty older stuff in here. Uncle Sam's a fun one. There was that whole line of American History Pops that were like Target exclusive stuff that came out a while ago. You got like a Rainbow Bigfoot, which is great. You don't see that one often. Married with Children. I think this is the whole chase set, yeah, of TLC, T-Boz, Chili, and also Left Eye. Honestly, those are some pretty fun chases. But anyways, I would say for the most part, guys, you can get a good fill of all of the different, kind of mid-level stuff that I bought from this collection. But I want to show you what's actually going to be in my next auction either today or tomorrow, depending on when this video goes live. Okay, guys, so here's everything that's going to be in the auction. I've got some decent level stuff right here, and then over on this table right here, here is going to be the more heavy hitter stuff, so we'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, let's take a look at all of the different items that are going to be in this auction, guys. A part of that same collection that I bought, I just kind of picked and choose which things that I wanted to include. So we'll start over here, guys. These are some fun ones. If you didn't know that these released, Funko did like a whole line. I want to say it was this Fantastic Plastic. Oh, it was before they changed the name, Spastic Plastic. But we have the set of Mr. Sprinkles. So we have a strawberry. I think the one down there is chocolate, vanilla. They're all kind of like Funko created characters. I also threw Jollibee in right here that you could see it. But I've also got this sealed Pixar Alien. You can see on the back what's included in there. I want to say it's a glow-in-the-dark Buzz Lightyear with a shirt. So that's pretty sweet. And like I said, this is more some mid-level stuff, some UFC. You don't see these UFC pops very often anymore. You got Jose Aldo right here. When did this come out? In 2016. I think they've had a couple of different releases of this, guys, as far as prints go, but you can see all of the different UFC fighters that are a part of that line. But yeah, I've got a couple included in this auction. You got The Rock, the glow-in-the-dark Corrupted Venom, which is pretty sweet from LA Comic-Con, Darth Revan, Boba Fett. You guys remember when like they went on like a chrome kick for like exclusives? We have the orange chrome Batman, and I believe this to be, yeah, I think this is the official Comic-Con sticker. But do you remember when they were making that like every single con? It was between Batman and I want to say it was like Goku maybe, that they were making chrome pops for every single convention. That was kind of interesting. Spider-Man, Wayne's World, Wally Warheads. If you guys didn't know, that's kind of one that not many people know about, that they made a Warheads pop. You got a Chupacabra back in there from Miss. Hellboy's awesome. Aloy, Battle Armor Skeletor, Ruby Rose. These ones actually are a little bit more heavy hitters, but I figured I'd just show them off since I have them right here. But we have the Splash Mountain Ride, which is a great one, guys, considering, you know, the whole story behind Splash Mountain, how they don't have it anymore. It's being replaced with Princess and the Frog, I believe. Same kind of ride, you know, with like the log flume ride where you go down a waterfall, but they kind of, you know, rethemed it essentially. But yeah, that's going to be in the auction. Also was able to pick up this from that collection that I bought, the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror King and Kodos. I personally have one with a con sticker over here, but this is awesome that I was able to get, you know, an extra one that we could put in an auction. The glow on these guys is awesome. Probably one of the best Simpsons pops that you'll ever see, and a 2-pack in general, guys. But hey, that's some of the mid-level stuff. Let's see if I can add some more of that stuff from that table that I was telling you about. All right, I'm going to be doing this by row. So this is the more kind of higher end stuff or whatever. We already showed this off just barely in that other part of the collection, guys, but we have a Rainbow Bigfoot. I also have that Make-A-Wish Freddy limited to 5,000 pieces, Professor Quirrell and Fox. These are some great Harry Potter convention exclusives. Freddy Funko as Rick with the portal gun. That's a great one. That came out in 2019. It's crazy that it's that long ago that it came out, but that's a fun one. You got Mater from Cars. Guys, there's actually a whole line of Cars pops if you didn't know. You got like Lightning McQueen back there, Mater, obviously Doc Hudson, Ramon. I have this one in my personal collection, but I came across another one, obviously for this next auction. So that is a great one, guys. We have some random, you know, Star Wars, Darth Maul, Autobot Drift, some original Transformers, which are great to see. You got a Pork Chop Chase, couple of different Venomized pops. You got a Zombie Venom and also Venomized Green Goblin. Jeffrey, guys, if you remember that golden ticket giveaway that they did, I've got one of those. And Basketball Mickey, guys. If you didn't know, they actually opened an NBA experience a little while back in Disney Springs in Orlando, Florida. And this was a part of that, guys. And now, well, the NBA experience doesn't exist anymore. So this is kind of a interesting pop, if you will. But yeah, there you guys go. There's row number 1. Okay, here is row number 3. I've got it all set up. If we want to kind of start from the bottom, I guess, and work our way to the top, but here is Huey, Dewey, and Louie, that 3-pack that I was telling you about that they sold a while ago. I would have to say that probably my favorite would have to be Louie from that set in the ghost outfit with the pumpkin on top of his head. That's pretty awesome. Got a little set of Jokers right here, guys, like the classic TV series Joker, the Joker Chase from the 1989 Batman, and also Joker with Kisses. That's kind of one that you don't see very often, the Hot Topic exclusive. You got one of the flocked Bullseyes, which is awesome. Nacho Libre, the Georgie Chase with his arm torn off right there. The Baskin Robbins exclusive Steve, I remember actually hunting that one down a while back. That was kind of an interesting one to find. This one I don't think a lot of people know about, but this is Ned, and I believe this is 21 Pilots mascot. It's a really random one. I think they just sold it on their shop at one time, but a pretty cool one you don't see very much. Cousin Eddie, Brennan Huff from Step Brothers, and there is that con exclusive Steve that I was telling you about a little bit earlier. But yeah, there is row number 2. Okay, and then the final set of pops, guys, that are a part of this auction. We've got some great ones. So we're going to start off at the bottom right here. Babe Ruth. I do love me some Babe Ruth, or at least the Sports Legends pops. And I think I have every single Babe Ruth pop that's out there. I think there's at least a couple. We have a Swinging Friar. Those MLB mascots are harder to find, definitely, because they're a little bit older, so that's included in the auction. Spider-Gwen, the new Leonidas Chase, the flocked Winnie the Pooh from Box Lunch. That one's pretty sweet. Kevin, one of the original Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot pops. That's pretty sweet. But I think this is probably what people are most excited about that have been asking me. We got the Miles Morales in the homemade suit from Into the Spider-Verse. That's great. M&M's only pop, if you guys didn't know, B-Rabbit right there. So that is available in the auction. Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice. Both of the Lydia Dietz pops have been going up in price a good amount, so that's a great one that we have. The glow-in-the-dark Crow. This is one of the older Hot Topic stickers, if you can see right there, guys. Glows-in-the-dark 25th anniversary exclusive. The box is a little bit beat up on this one, but it's an older figure you don't see very often. Blacklight Freddy. I know a lot of people really like the Blacklight Five Nights at Freddy pops. I don't think they're super duper old, but they're definitely a little bit harder to find. The Punisher Chase, which is always a great one. I love that he's holding, you know, Daredevil's mask right there. And finally, guys, a lot of people were asking about this one. We have Crush. This is the original from Finding Nemo, the Disney and Pixar one, and excited to add that in the auction as well. And that is essentially everything, guys, that is on this desk is going to be included. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below, is there anything in this collection that you would be after or interested in? Like I said, all the links will be down below if you are interested in joining that auction today. I believe that this video up today and the auction is today. So follow all those links if you are interested, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind of one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.